And a good morning to you. Welcome to today. Thanks for joining us on this Thursday morning. Savannah and Hoda getting a jump start on their holiday celebrations, and here we are, just 3 days out from Christmas.
My goodness, maybe it was smart for Savannah and Hoda, because at least maybe they are where they're supposed to be.
That's true.
This weather, my goodness.
That is our top story this morning. What's really become...
All right, let's focus more on those brutal conditions in the Midwest. NBC's Maggie Vespa is in Belvedere, Illinois, about 70 miles northwest of Chicago, where it's a challenge. All right, thank you, Maggie.
All right, Dylan is in for Al this morning. She's tracking the path. She's tracking the timing of this massive system that's on the move. Good to have you back.
Another major story this morning, that defiant wartime visit to Washington by the president of Ukraine. NBC's chief White House correspondent Peter Alexander is here with more.
Hey, Peter.
Wow. So how do we expect Congress to respond to this speech?
So they want eyes on today, see if it can get it done.
All right.
But quite the remarkable visual yesterday.
It was a historic day.
All right. Well, you're going to stick around with us for the rest of the morning.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah.
Let's turn back to the big story of the morning, of course, the weather, the rest of Dylan's forecast.
Well, it is going to get pretty bad today, especially tonight.
All right, thank you, Dylan. Still ahead, the royal family marking their first Christmas without Queen Elizabeth.
Coming up, an important warning if you are heading online to search for last-minute holiday gifts and flights.
In some cases, those results that you click on may not be what they seem. Vicki Wynn is going to be here with everything you need to know and to avoid your getting scammed. But first, your local news and weather.
You're a bad banana with a greasy black.
I saw him coming in this morning. Yeah. Bouncy boys, for sure.
Yeah. I like Choir Week. We do it every year around this time of year. I so enjoy Choir Week.
It's good.
Let's get to your 7:30 headlines, though, Peter.
The man accused of opening fire on a packed New York City subway is expected to plead guilty to terrorism charges. Frank James.
Green Christmas for someone, perhaps.
Yeah, no doubt.
Turning now to the Royals, facing their first Christmas season without their beloved Queen Elizabeth II.
NBC's Kelly Kobiea is at it right now.
Yeah.
Thank you, Kelly.
Louis doesn't disappoint. Still ahead here on a Thursday morning, we are going to introduce...
For families with flu raging and basic medicines getting harder and harder to find,
mounting problem for families all across the country trying to cope with rising cases of flu, RSV, and COVID.
Simply put, these days, a lot of families are struggling to find the medicines they're looking for their kids and for adults. So where do you turn for relief?
Questions top of mind for a lot of folks. NBC's Sam Brock looking into it for us. Sam, good morning to you. Thank you, Sam. Yeah, a lot of folks.
Very important.
A lot of folks are wondering, you know, I've got these expired kids' towels.
At the end of the day, you're thinking anything's better than nothing, but maybe that's not the case.
All right, well, time now for another check of the forecast, I guess. Sorry. Sorry.
The news isn't always great either, Sheinelle.
Thank you, Dylan.
That's about that's the funniest thing you've said in a long time. It's hilarious.
Another vacation for you. All right.
Greg.
Well, we talked about the most beloved holiday movies yesterday. Up next, we'll tackle the most popular holiday songs of the season, and this new list might surprise you.
During the party, that, of course, was a little Last Christmas from Wham. A holiday classic for sure, but apparently maybe not as popular as you might think.
That song's big. Amazon Music, they've got their list of the big holiday songs. That Wham song is number 8 on their list all the time. But I thought it'd be fun to go through this whole list.
Strong Aqua.
Let's see what cracked into the top 5. We did this with holiday films not long ago. So here are the songs. Number 5, it is the most wonderful
start to that song.
That's
classic.
Andy Williams is the one that comes to mind for me. I'm not sure which one this is.
That is Andy Williams.
That is a great
classic.
one.
All right.
Number 4, Jingle Bell Rock.
In the spirit.
Okay.
I think the classics evoke great feelings around the holidays, hearing the old, Ella Fitzgerald and the crooners and stuff like that. So our third most played, Rudolph, 3, I believe.
Shiny nose. That is correct.
It's like, dare you say anything bad about anyone?
No, not at all.
Number 2, Rockin' Around.
Another one.
Brenda Lee.
Brenda Lee, yeah.
Number 2?
Number 2.
Of all time?
I had it pegged at 3, but
forever.
This is on my Christmas list.
All right.
And the number 1
what do you know?
most played song of the season, I'm sure you can guess, Mariah Carey.
Christmas song.
Wasn't that the worst Christmas song?
Is this really, or is this a hype machine? What is this really? Is this really the song? Is this it?
Amazon says so.
I think the thing is, this song is probably one of the first Christmas songs you play of the season. So it's like duration throughout the entire.
Maybe it was released at a time when like songs could live in perpetuity through social media. Like we can't get rid of the song even if we wanted to. But if Andy Williams put out a song now, maybe it would be.
It's also on a loop. If you're on a road trip today, no doubt on the radio you hear this 8 times in the first hour of your trip.
That's true.
I think you have to give an honorable mention. In 1987, Jimmy Iovine, the great record mogul, put out the record, A Very Special Christmas, a compilation that raised millions of dollars for. It had the Keith Haring cover, and it raised millions of dollars for Special Olympics. And it had, at the time in '87, Bon Jovi, U2, Sting, Stevie Nicks.
Yes.
It had a bunch of contemporary artists, and that's a great record.
What's the name of it?
A Very Special Christmas. There's multiple covers.
Red with like the yellow.
The red one was the first one with the Pointer Sisters doing the opening track on it. The Eurythmics are on it. My mom played this thing all the time.
I love that.
Some instant classics on that one as well.
I love it.
All right, guys. Coming up on Popstar, we've got new Oscar buzz to talk. 5 to 1 probably. I'm very good at counting backwards. It turns out. Quick check your local news first.
He's got bad money.